Coucou YouTube, de retour sur Final Fantasy XVI. Nous allons donc chercher la licence de marchand du Grand Dadais là. Parce que sinon on peut pas aller dans l'Empire pour casser des trucs. C'est vrai que c'est dommage.
Jug of snake spit for the road?
Bonjour.
Are you the furniture maker?
Looking for something in particular? Ah, and Eloise collared you too, eh? Then I expect you want to know more.
She told me you were leading the hunt for the pickpockets. What have you learned?
For one, that they're targeting the traders carrying the biggest packs. Harder to watch your back, see? Less chance of the mark giving chase if they're spotted. Not that they'd be likely to catch them. Those imps know every inch of this warren like the backs of their hands.
Their eyes must have lit up when they saw Goots.
The fishmonger round by the gate's been trying to track down the children involved. We should go and have a word with her.
Thank you. We will.
Bon, la poissonnière, on est plus tard.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
You should come with me to the Dominion.
Bonjour,
Fish for
bonjour.
sale! Fresh sorted and smoked! Can I interest you? Ah, sorry. Message from Eloise, is it?
She's asked me to help her. Help you find the pickpockets.
Is that so? Suppose I better tell you what I know then. For one, this isn't a family operation. All the traders say the children who stole their passes were dirty, dressed in rags. Street urchins, by the sound of it. We get a lot around here.
Orphans
Ouais.
from the wars.
A few, perhaps. You saw the refugees gathered by the entranceway? They're all looking for a new start in the Dominion and beyond. Some of them take it as an opportunity to rid themselves of unwanted baggage.
The shame of it.
Whoever's behind this would have to have made themselves known to the children at some point.
And so should we.
You should start with the children around here, then. I doubt they're the ones involved, but they might have heard something.
It's worth a try.
All right
Ah
then.
merde, la télé s'est éteinte.
Questioning children. How hard can that be?
Hop, on rallume, on rallume. Allez, plus vite que ça. Hop là. Ok, à qui je parle maintenant, les enfants?
Remember when half the
Oh,
people coming
pardon.
through here were traders?
Come and taste my peaches. They're sweet.
Alors,
The finest everywhere from the free city.
j'entends un gamin qui gueule, mais...
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
Aha!
Do you have a moment?
What do you want?
What I want is to know who's asking children like you to pick pockets.
I don't know. Nobody's asked me. What's picking pockets? Do you get paid for it?
No, you get in trouble for it. So if they come calling, you know what to tell them.
The caravan stops next to the checkpoint.
Jug of snake spit for the...
Excuse me?
What do you want? I don't have any money.
It's all right. We're not going to hurt you. We just want to talk.
What about?
We've heard that some very bad people are making children like you steal from travelers. We need to know who's behind it so we can stop them.
I don't know much about it, really. But my friend, Hansa, he said he got a job doing something dangerous.
Sounds promising.
We need to find him and ask.
Do you know where your friend might be?
He's usually by the tents outside town.
Thank you. You've been very helpful.
Ok, donc
Come
c'est bon,
on,
on
come
avance.
on!
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap. Porter for hire. Best service.
That's that then.
She must have meant the refugee camp.
Let's hope he's still nearby.
There are no crystals here.
That big fat donkey was easy pickings. He wouldn't have noticed if we'd robbed his boots off him. Yeah. Wish we hadn't handed over the pass, though. Could use one of those things to get out of this dump.
Chance would be a fine thing. The moment they found out, they'd string us up by our guts.
Would they now? Perhaps you'd like to introduce us to these charming characters.
Shit, we're in trouble now. What do we do?
You two get caught if you want. I'm off.
Hunter, where are you going?
So that was Hansa, eh? Jill, you watch these two. I'm going after him.
All right.
C'est ce que j'allais dire, c'est le plan le plus logique.
He can't have gone far. I need to find him before his employers do.
Daddy, I'm hungry.
Did you see a boy run past? He stole something from a friend of mine.
There was a boy ran back there towards the chocobo pen, but...
Thank you.
Peaches and pears.
Non, on est là.
Out of my sight, wretch.
Par là, du coup. Non. Du coup, j'ai pas du tout fait gaffe à ce que je m'avais dit. Par là, peut-être. Ah, le voilà.
Oh, shit. Cornered.
It's all right, Hansa. I'm not going to hurt you. I just want to ask you some questions.
Fine. Not like I've got a choice.
I'm looking for the people who are making you steal for them. Who are they?
Call themselves the Carstones. They said they'd give me a good gill if I did what they told me. I knew they were bad, but bread doesn't come for free. Didn't come at all half the time, before I started buzzing for them. You know, if I didn't do it, they'd just pick on someone else. Someone they could push around easier.
Hansa.
You found him then?
Jill. Where are the other two?
Eloise is watching over them. She sent Goots and I to look for you.
You're... him!
I haven't got your pass anymore, if that's what you're after. I gave it to the Carstones. Whatever you do to me, I can't get it back. Not that I go against them anyway. If it weren't for their gill, me and my mates would have starved.
Cowards. You will not force another child to do your bidding.
Wait,
Yeah,
we're not...
Frérot,
Don't
excuse-moi.
hurt him.
You're making a mistake. We're on the same side.
Like hell we are. That brooch. Where did you get it? Master Theo? Goots. What are you doing with these people?
Ben, on essaye de t'expliquer qu'on essaie de résoudre des
The ones
trucs.
my sister was talking about.
Your sister?
Explique-toi, et puis, bah... Ah.
Eloise didn't tell us she had a brother.
And why would she? I'm just a back and a blade. Theodore, at your service. Sorry about before.
Theodore, what do you know of the cast stones?
Vultures who have made Boklad their hunting ground. They prey on the desperate, stealing from those with gil and bullying those without it into joining their flock. I'd been looking into their activities in hope of sparing the refugees any further hardship. But it seems they've already stooped even lower than I'd feared. Hans is a good lad. Don't blame him for what they've made him do. If he and his friends hadn't agreed to work for the stones, some other poor souls would have. On pain of death, most likely. Clive, was it? And my sisters asked you to help put an end to the pickpocketing. Then we all want the same thing.
Bon, du coup...
So, what's the plan?
What else? We find the cast stones and we crush them. You get your traders passed back, and I make Boklad a safe place again.
All right then.
All right then.
Bah moi ça me va. Hein.
Honza, where are they camped? Don't worry. They'll never know you told us.
Couldn't if
Bah
I
non, vu
wanted
qu'on
to.
va les buter
They
là.
always come to town to collect the passes. Meet us outside the gate. I tried following them once, but they spotted me halfway down the trail. Said they'd string me up.
We'll try it this time. Which way were they going?
Back down the road towards Leighton's Cleft.
To Leighton's Cleft, then.
Laney's Cleft is to the south, past the camp.
No, you better not have scared any of my bullets.
Daddy!
Ok, donc c'est par là. Ah, il y a un ouvrier que j'avais raté. Attends. Ah, bah il y a des gens là. Ça doit être ça.
That's the one who's been sticking his nose in our business.
You should have minded your own.
This one. Get him. Get him. This one. Get him. Over here. Get him. Over here. Go to him. Get him.
I doubt these were the ringleaders.
But at least we know we're on the right track.
Ok, donc le repère, ça va être par là. Oui, c'est forcément pas loin avec les gens qui ont isolé réussi. Ça va être un trou dans un mur intelligent. Ah, bonjour.
We got company! That's the lot. Too slow. This
Top. Je vais regarder vite fait c'est quoi mon trophée. Ah, vaincre 20 ennemis en transcendance.
This one.
More foot soldiers.
Fewer now.
L'entrée de la base va être par là, j'imagine. Là, dans les rochers. Ah, attends, il y a un campement là, effectivement. C'est ce que le gosse a mentionné, non?
Not a bad haul today, eh?
Aye. Some of our new recruits are natural-born ne'er-do-wells.
Especially the little ones. That Hans has got nimble fingers, all right.
It'll be a shame when they chop them off. But till then, let's make the most of it.
Scum.
The leaders of the cast stones, I take it.
They don't deserve any mercy, Clive.
I wasn't planning on showing them any.
We're ready when you are, Theodore.
Oh, I'm ready.
Bon, la distraction est passée. Je vais reprendre. Messieurs, bonjour. Ah, il y a un gros con avec une hache. Vous êtes...
Get him! Over here! This one.
J'ai pas fait du ça. Bon, maintenant que ça c'est fait... Oh, il y a plein de trucs qui ont été volés du coup.
And they say crime doesn't pay. Gold chains, rings, purses. And traders' passes. Dozens of them.
Have the names been changed?
Not yet. I recognize some of them. No doubt Goots's is somewhere among them. Now I just need to sort through it all and return everything to the people it was taken from.
We should go and give Eloise the good news. Can we leave things here in your hands, Theodore?
Of course. Oh, and, be sure to tell her of the part I played, won't you?
We'll be glad to.
Bon, vu qu'on a récupéré des trucs, on va pouvoir passer. Est-ce que je vais dans le... Oui, c'est pas bon, ok. C'est pas... J'avais pas déjà ramassé ces objets. Attends, les objets repopent ou c'est moi qui suis con? C'est moi qui repop, c'est très bizarre.
That's that then.
Attends, c'est quoi cette embrouille? C'est quoi les marchands? T'as pas vraiment rien pour moi. Ah si, peut-être des potions, oui. Mais c'est tout.
Ah, Clive. How goes the hunt? My brother isn't getting in your way, I trust?
Quite the opposite.
So it was the cast stones who were behind it all. Theo told me he'd been on their trail. And their demise solves 3 problems at a stroke. That of the pickpockets, the bandits pulling their strings, and the passes they were stealing. I only hope yours is among the items you recovered.
Only time and Theo's return will tell. Speaking of whom, welcome home, dear brother.
You are too kind, Eloise. Here, Clive. Goods' pass. Ask him to keep a closer eye on it from now on, would you?
I will. Thank you.
El, I've asked our boys to carry the rest of the goods back. Can I count on your help in sorting through it all?
Of course. I'll make some space in the storeroom. I expect you'll soon be on your way then. But it wouldn't do to leave without introducing yourself properly. Would it now? Sid. Don't look so shocked. We're on the same side.
I don't understand.
As you now know all too well, we at the Crimson Caravans are always happy to help those in need. For a small fee, we will move anything that needs moving. Be that goods to market, or bearers away from it.
I was the first my sister helped escape. If it wasn't for her, I'd have been branded as a boy.
I had no idea.
It just so happens that we are seeking to expand our operation. And who better to join forces with than the leader in the field? Wouldn't you agree, Theo?
I would. It seems our purpose is the same in more ways than one. So what would you say to working together again?
It would be our pleasure.
And our honor. The honor is ours.
Here, Clive. This is for you.
La broche de Théodore, ok.
What is it?
C'est une broche, Clive. Oh putain, j'en peux plus de ce mec. Tiens, regarde, je te donne ma broche, un truc qui est évidemment une broche. Clive, qu'est-ce que c'est? Ouh, les broches combinées. Ah, c'est intéressant.
I shall bear it with pride.
En vrai, je vois pas ce que ça change de les avoir séparés ou combinés, mais ok.
Goots' pass should secure you a place on the caravan, but if you encounter any difficulties, we would be delighted to provide you with a coach of our own, for a discounted price, of course. Say, 9 million?
We'll try the caravan.
Allez, je vous fais un prix 9 millions au lieu de 10 millions. Bah remarque, 1 million de différence, c'est pas mal, hein. J'ai 1980 points d'ex. Il en faut combien déjà pour acheter l'amélioration du Phoenix 2400, oui, c'est pas les...
Let's get this back to Goots.
And then it's on to the Dominion.
Ok, c'est bon ça.
Out of my sight, wretch. I've no use for a branded who can't even fill my cup.
Jug of snake spit for the road?
Juicy pears! Slake your thirst!
What I really want to be is a...
Here you are, Goots. Try not to lose it again.
Me pass! You found it! Oh, thank you so much. Nan would have killed me if I'd come back without it. I'll have to say thanks to Elle and Theo, too.
So should you, Hansa. You and your friends don't have to steal anymore. If anyone threatens you again, you know who to turn to.
We do. And we already have. Miss L's given us a job shifting the chocobo shit out the stables. It's hard work, and the pay isn't half what we got from the stones. But if we stick at it, we'll keep ourselves fit.
You stick at it, then.
And Goots, I'm sorry for stealing your pass.
That's all right. I've got it back now. And all's well that ends well, eh?
You said you're trained to be a blacksmith, right? Well, I'm gonna be your first customer. I'm gonna save up all my gil and get you to make me a massive sword.
I'll do me best.
Till then, eh?
All right. We have a place on the wagon. Remember, Goots, we're mercenaries.
Allez, c'est toi le
You
patron,
hide us
ok?
to protect
Nous
you.
obéissons à tous tes ordres. Ah, nous obéissons à tous tes ordres.
You're to ride all the way to Twinside. Jill and I will go with you as far as the outskirts, then find our own way in.
I'll buy that stuff I need.
Right. And we'll scout out the Imperial's defenses.
There's a square with a big bell tower right in the middle of town. If you get lost, or out goes wrong, we can meet up there.
All right. Let's go.
I see. And you're quite certain your father has no knowledge of Ultima?
I am. I have no
la
difficulty
fameuse
believing a
discussion
sinister
entre les
force has come to
fauves blonds
exert
par
an
les-
influence on Sanbreque.
Les blondinets.
Let's be that as it may. It is yet to claim my father. For better or worse, his radiance speaks his own mind.
Then the fiend works from the shadows.
I confess, when first you told me of this fiend,
Bah, comme je le disais,
I had my doubts.
Ultima c'est vrai,
More than a
mais c'est
few
juste
at that.
pas lui qui manipule le terme.
A beast that labors to plunge Valisthea into turmoil, all in pursuit of your brother. But that wound is proof enough that evil is afoot.
Then I have your answer, Your Highness. You will join me in my fight.
I cannot. Not yet.
Your Highness, please.
As you are aware, the Dalmekian army is at our gates. They have lost their mother crystal, and with it all hope of a negotiated withdrawal. It is but a matter of time before they invade. If Bahamut is not here to meet them, my people will be slaughtered.
Though not by Hugo Kupka, thanks to Ultima's machinations. I know the fate of your people weighs heavy on your conscience, but if we do not put an end to Ultima's plans, they shall face a far darker fate. The chaos he would wreak would sweep all of Valisthea into the abyss. The lives of every man, woman, and child in the Twins are at stake.
I believe what you say, Phoenix. But I have duties of my own, and I must discharge them. Come what may.
Ok, bon. Au moins, ça va. Dion, il a l'air d'être... comment dire, moins con que le reste. Il a écouté Joshua, ça c'est cool.
What do you know of my blood?
Ah, du coup, ça revient là. Ok, c'était un flashback. Bah oui, forcément. Je sais que tu es un bâtard. Hein.
I know that it is wholly unworthy of the highest offices of state, which rightly belong to those of purer breeding. Alas. Your bloodline runs through the Oriflamme gutter, from a whore who weighed her child's worth in gil.
Have you threatened my father?
Of course not. I merely whispered in his ear that his mongrel son is plotting a rebellion.
Bah oui, évidemment.
Sylvester listens to the words of his astrologers. And they have ears too.
You have been feeding them your lies.
Should you remain loyal to Emperor Olivier, his radiance may yet crown your head with laurel, and not with tar.
Fork-tongued witch!
In consideration of your long years of service to the Empire, I shall forgive this uncharacteristic rudeness. Now hurry and make ready, Your Imperial Highness. Emperor Olivier expects much of you, Dion. Or should I say, of Bahamut. May your fire reduce his enemies to ash.
M'expliquer avec toi, ma mounette.
Till all of
Je sens que
Valisthea
ça va être
bows to its
délicieux, cette
rightful
conversation.
ruler.
On peut marcher sur la fleur, évidemment. Parce que pourquoi pas, hein. La fleur ne lui a rien fait, mais elle marche dessus. Parce que pourquoi pas. Le pauvre.
There is another darkness that has taken hold of Sanbreque. And until its grip is released, the flames of war shall spread ever wider, just as Ultima wishes.
Forgive me. My family has caused you much grief.
You are not her keeper, Phoenix. This is a matter for the Imperial household now, and as a member of that household, it falls to me to resolve it. At such time as that is done, what strength I have shall be yours.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Okay,
Just
rendez-moi
take
ma
to the
servante.
skies together, and bring a new dawn to Valisthea.
Oh.
I should like nothing more.
Oh. Super. Bon, au moins, ça s'est bien passé de ce côté-là. Mais à mon avis, il va y avoir de la merde très bientôt. Ça peut... Je suis désolé, Dion, mais ton plan peut pas marcher parce que t'es un personnage secondaire. Mais au moins, t'as essayé. Ça, pardon, ça c'est cool.
Tell me true. Do you believe what I'm about to do is wrong?
We Dragoons have but one leader, Your Highness. And we shall follow him unto the very end.
Ah, Dragoon. J'adore ces mobs. Je sais que je l'ai déjà dit, mais le concept même de Dragoon dans FF, je trouve ça extrêmement stylé.
Crimes against the crown, the traitorous Annabella and her usurping son shall be put to death, and the Empire restored.
Exécuter le gosse, ça me paraît un peu lourd, un peu extrême. Ah, par contre, la mère, je t'en prie, hein, elle va manquer à personne, littéralement. Hein. Voilà. Dominion du cristal, on est y part.
One would never guess that these people stood on the brink of war.
They're afraid. They turn to drink to forget their fears.
Anything you want to forget?
The harbor is empty, and half the market stalls too. The city may seem peaceful on the surface, but it's balanced on a knife edge. Were we to give it a nudge, it might be just the distraction we need to reach the Mother Crystal.
I thought you might say that. We should send for Gav. We'll need someone to keep the fires we start from going out.
And we can busy ourselves scheming until he gets here.
I'll send a Stolas then.
Attends, du coup, les stolas, c'est les espèces de pièces, c'est ça? Oui, c'est les espèces de hiboux magiques qu'ils envoient pour envoyer des messages. C'est grave cool. J'adore les piastres. Oh, le bébou! Mais toi, je t'aime encore plus. Regarde, il fait dodo, le bébou. Oh, oh putain, le gars qui baille, je me envie de bailler, what the fuck.
What is it, boy?
Ah, c'est une de vengeance. Tu vas pas rester là, peut-être.
What's happening?
I don't know. Torgal! This way.
Ce que je me disais, c'est que en fait, je crois qu'ils ont dit au début qu'il est censé y en avoir 8 des icônes et que Lou là on en connaît que 6.
The city's on fire.
C'est à Phoenix,
I'm sure Boots is fine.
là,
He'll be making for the square.
Canada,
The one with the bell tower. In
Ah
the
non.
middle of town, right?
dans Odin, bah lui, c'est ça, il en manque un.
Watchman or sentry is to be slain on sight.
Not spare the citizenry. His Highness's orders were clear.
Oh, ok. C'est pas
Those were Imperial Dragoons. What in the hell is going on?
Let's go and see.
Right. But first we find Goots.
I just hope he's all right.
C'est l'amour.
Do we have to?
C'est par là. Bon, bah, autant.
They're armed! Quickly! Cut them down! Torgal, kill!
Oui, le mage.
Get him!
Du coup, le mage.
Get him! Now, Torgal! Stay down!
There's no doubt about it. They're dragoons. What is this then? A civil war?
Bah, avant que je fais... Est-ce que je peux encore me permettre de jouer 5 minutes? Je sais pas. On verra.
Never thought I'd be glad to fall into a sewer.
Ah!
Now, Torgal! Go, Torgal!
Ward secured, Captain. None of the Emperor's forces remain. We gather the men. We press on to the council chambers. Yes, Captain. What of the men and women in the market district? The evacuation is complete, Captain. Good. Then all that remains is dethrone the Pretender.
Là, il va y avoir une cinématique, j'arrête après.
There it is. The bell tower.
Right. Let's go.
Je pense que genre à la prochaine grosse porte qui dit attention il y a quelque chose derrière, je vais arrêter. Merde,
Ah, a goods lift.
Where in Gringer's name did you come from?
Qu'est-ce que c'est une balle?
Get him!
Arrête là. Le pion devant, on s'en occupe la prochaine fois. Salut.